Okay, today's tip is simply this. If you want to be a speaker, you have to speak. There's no other way around it. And what that means is you don't become a better speaker by not getting on stage and speaking. And I've seen a number of people that sort of try to go into a meditation state, and sit here in the lotus position and, I don't know, chant or hum or something like that and think they're going to become a better speaker. It's just like, and I've talked about this in other videos, it's just like attaining a skill in anything else. When I learned to fly, I became a better pilot by flying. I did not become a better pilot by not flying. When I wanted to learn to ski, I became a better skier by skiing, not by not skiing. Same thing's true with speaking. If you want to be a speaker, you've got to speak. Darren LaCroix, a good friend of mine, 2001 world champion, says stage time, stage time, stage time. Same philosophy I have. How much stage time do you get? Darren talks about driving 2 hours from Boston up to Portland, Maine to do 5 minutes in a comedy routine. I got a job as a paid speaker delivering financial seminars because I wanted to get paid to speak. And I got $300 to give an hour-and-a-half seminar where people came to get a free chicken dinner. And sometimes I had to drive 3 hours to the gig, set up an hour early, give my hour-and-a-half talk, eat my chicken dinner, talk to the agent, and then drive 3 hours back home. And I earned $300. Many times I earned more in mileage than I did in the speaking opportunity. But I was so thankful to actually have an opportunity to speak. In my earlier years, I would never, ever turn down a speaking opportunity. Never. And there were times that I would drive 2 hours and I'd have 7 people there and I would give a talk. But I wanted to speak. It was something I wanted to do. And I know if you want to be a speaker, you've got to speak. It's just that simple. You got to get in front of the audience. You got to make your mistakes. You've got to get the experience. You have to have the things go wrong. But not only that, the whole component of like stage fright and really being able to master your craft is time on stage. Exactly what Darren talks about, stage time. Stage time. The more you're up there, the more comfortable you become. There's no other way around speaking nerves, stage fright, whatever you want to call it, other than getting on stage and confronting the beast. And it's just like anything. If you haven't done it for a while, it can be really frightening. I'll give you an example. If you haven't gone on a date in a long time, I have a good friend of mine who lost his wife about 4 years ago. They were married for 40 years. Got married right out of high school. He hadn't dated in 40 years. So he was going to go on a date. He was nervous as a cat on a hot tin roof because he hadn't experienced a date in a long time. I fly all the time. Every now and then I'll have someone who hasn't flown on an airplane a lot and they'll be so nervous about getting to the airport and getting through security, and they're nervous about that. And then they're standing in line to get on the airplane and they're not sure where to put their bags. And I do it all the time. It's like, it's old hat to me. The same thing holds true with speaking. If you don't do it, you're not familiar with it, you haven't experienced enough of it, every time you get that opportunity, it's like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to go wrong? When you speak a lot, quite honestly, I got to this point where I went, if I screw this one up, I got to talk tomorrow. I'll just do it better tomorrow. There was no scarcity in the amount of speaking I was doing, so I was totally willing to mess it up, and I just fix it the next time. I was going to get to speak again tomorrow. I wasn't going to lose the opportunities to speak. So my tip for today is just simply this. If you want to be a speaker, get out there, never turn down a speaking opportunity. Take every opportunity. If you're in a Toastmasters club, take every opportunity to speak in Toastmasters. Take every opportunity to do any role you can in the organization, because every role has some speaking involvement in it. And get involved with your district or your divisions. Be a test speaker. Run part of a contest. Run meetings. Get up in front of people and be able to organize them. That is the true test of what leadership's going to be and what your speaking is. If you want to be a speaker, you got to speak.